Welcome, everyone, to the Everything Show. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I am with Chris. What's up, Chris?
What's up, guys?
What's up, Suzy?
Hi, guys. I'm okay.
Excellent. Training and you're good, right?
Yes, I'm good. I got it all done today, too.
That's good.
Wheelchairs included.
All right. Go you, man.
Well, that's what I do. I do special needs people, and I still say what I still stand on the. I wish they would have a special needs person on Doctor Who. So there.
Yeah, it's a very wonderful thing you're doing.
Thank
Very
you.
wonderful thing.
I'm not a bus driver, just so you know.
Okay.
I'm like
you're a matron.
I'm like a babysitter on the bus. Only I got.
Right, you're like a my family were matrons. Like they would just be like with the kids with special needs on the bus and calm them down and stuff like. I mean, they used to call that.
That's my job.
They used to call that in the 70s a matron or whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I want to talk a little bit about some comments are getting a little bit heated, and they don't need to be. But I just want to clarify. This is my channel, and I like to talk about what I like to talk about, and I love to hang out with all my friends from all over the world. That's not going to change. There are times we're doing a story where the story's in question. So, common sense, right, Chris? I put a question mark in the title, which means question mark, it's in question. Could this be? Is it? We don't know.
Yeah.
So common sense, English language, a question mark means it's in question. That's the way Matrix Lord 212 does it, right? We'll also put spoilers sometimes in there. We'll give a warning on here. So there's that. Then there's, at some point in time, sometimes when we're getting heated about his topic, like we were with the possible, we said, 57-year-old companion, right? Bradley Walsh. At some point in time in the cast, I had stated, and so did other people, I have nothing against the actor. And I have nothing against all his accomplishments. God bless you, all that stuff. My thing is Doctor Who. I'm a fan of Doctor Who, and I'm going to talk about if I have some concerns about Doctor Who, the future of Doctor Who, do I feel it's in jeopardy, whatever. And if that conflicts, then I'm going to say I don't think it's a good idea to have that companion or that thing. And it's nothing against the person. It's nothing against all his years of service. We even said that. I'm not the only one. The problem is, in this day and age, in this society, people get offended about every little thing. It could be they don't like what I'm wearing. Maybe I'm not clean shaven. Maybe I have allergies and I'm talking nasal. Maybe like they don't like my opinion or your opinion, whatever, and they just get pissed about it. Like really pissed, where there's name calling involved, and they try to smash and bash and again, I don't delete comments unless I feel that it's excessive, and I have the right to do that. I'm not the one to silence someone's voice. So, people can make comments and stuff like that. That's fine, but let's be. Let's open the dialogue and talk about the topic in a professional manner and try not to one up the other and try not to like go after the host or go after my cast members. We have different opinions. It's not going to change. And I think the reason why you come on this channel is because you love that we have differences of opinions. And if that suddenly changed, you might not enjoy what we give you. So, again, no offense to anybody, but we're going to continue to do the show the way we want to do the show, and I hope you enjoy it. And that being said, Chris, you're open if you want to say anything, or Suzy. If not, we're going to go right into the news. So,
I think you said what you had to say, and I think you said it well.
Thank you, sir. So, what's going on with DC? Anything today?
I haven't seen much today. I know that it's definitely kind of settled from what was it, 2 or 3 days ago when all that news came out. To kind of clarify what we were talking about, there was some confusion with what movies were and were not included in the DCEU.
Yes.
And to make a long story short, all of the movies are apparently in the DCEU except for this Joker origin film that they are apparently making. That seems to be the only one as of right now that is taking place outside of the DCEU.
Right.
We now know that Matt Reeves' Batman film is in the DCEU. However, the most recent news that I've seen, and it's not really something that came out today, but apparently Ben Affleck being in that movie is still in question. And I believe it might be in question because this might be a Batman film that takes place earlier in his career. So Ben Affleck might not be the right age to portray Bruce Wayne / Batman in the movie. So they might cast a younger actor to portray a younger Bruce Wayne / Batman, who would eventually, age into the Ben Affleck Batman that we see in Batman vs. Superman and Suicide Squad and Justice League.
So just like Edward Norton and Mark Ruffalo are the same Hulk,
Yes.
and it's supposed to be part of the MCU, we're supposed to accept that, which we do. That's what we're getting with Batman.
That's what I'm speculating. I know that Ben Affleck said that he is still going to be Batman. I'm waiting for Matt Reeves to say this is who Batman is before I say anything specific, or anything that's confirmed. Because there's a lot. In my opinion, it sounds like the DC, who's ever in charge of DC and Warner Bros. and who's ever making the DCEU films, it just doesn't sound like they have everything in order. It sounds like everything is like, oh, he might be in it, she might be in it, this, that, and the other thing. It just doesn't sound like they have a plan. It sounds like they have somewhat of a plan, but the plan is always in flux. It's always like, well, we might be doing that movie. Who knows,
Well, I just want to add something to this, and that being that I was very grateful and happy to see today on my bus ride home that James Gunn of Guardians of the Galaxy on Twitter and Jeff Johns had an exchange on Twitter that was very pleasant and very complimentary to each other. And it's very far and different from the basic Marvel versus DC rivalry. So I have to say that they're both professionals, and I respect them very much for having a nice, friendly conversation about both universes without it getting silly and everything. So that was really nice to see, I must say. Jeff Johns said how great Guardians of the Galaxy 2 was, and James Gunn also told him how he loves what he's doing with the DCEU and stuff, and different things that they're doing in there. So I really like that. That was cool. But most of the time, it's almost as if Marvel is an actual living, breathing person, and so is DC, because they just take each other's actors and just, it is unreal what happens and stuff behind the scenes. So, but anyway, I'm sorry, Chris. Go ahead, continue.
No, that was it. That was all.
So the James Cameron thing has gotten more amplified, being that it's involving more females in the mix. I'm sure you heard that Wonder Woman's director had spoken out
Yes.
against James Cameron. I think there was others. Do you know the other ones? Or not really?
To be honest with you, I haven't looked into the story past Patty Jenkins responding.
Yeah.
I can honestly say that I agree and disagree with things that they've said.
Right.
I unfortunately, and this seems to be the narrative. Now, I don't know what anybody else has said about it, but this is going to paint James Cameron to be the bad guy.
Oh yeah,
I know it's going to happen. That they're gonna the narrative is gonna be James Cameron, that sexist, misogynist jerk, and that's not what he's trying to say. You know what I'm saying?
It's growing. I got to tell you, you're right. It's growing, and he's not going to back down.
He shouldn't.
And the only thing I'm worried about is that he's going to engage it even more so, which I think he should just let it die. But I have a feeling that this is going to erupt very rapidly.
Well, I've heard stories that James Cameron is not someone to take things lightly, like on set and stuff. He's got quite a personality that it just doesn't seem in his character to back down from somebody who's arguing with him. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, again, you got to expect it when you're going after the director of Wonder Woman's movie. I mean, of course she's going to say something. I wouldn't be surprised if Linda Hamilton or Sigourney Weaver says something, maybe, despite the fact that they're in his movies. I mean, I think, yes, he has some powerful. I mean, you and I may disagree with this, but he does have some powerful female characters.
Oh, I absolutely agree with that.
But it is true. They don't have to be broken to be strong female characters. You know, they could have hearts, like Wonder Woman. They could, you don't have to be completely like, you know, and then showing your rise from the ashes type of thing. I mean, Wonder Woman has been always, since I was a kid, Linda Carter. My favorite, you know, so... I mean, and really, at the time, I didn't know, you know, the difference between Marvel from DC because I wasn't collecting until 1987. But once I was like a Marvel fan completely, I was just like, oh, I mean, you know, the movies, it was a stretch for me to see Batman because I was so 100% Marvel, anti-DC at one point. But I did, and I loved the Batman movie. So... I was against it at first, Michael Keaton, you know? I was like, how could a comedian be Batman, Bruce Wayne, you know? But I was wrong, and I was glad I was wrong. But, yeah, this heat, it's going to grow.
Well, you know, this is my thing with James Cameron. It's like, I agree with the idea that, and this is where I'm interpreting it. When I look at Gal Gadot, I don't see Wonder Woman. I just don't. It's the same. It's the same thing with Ben Affleck as Batman. I look at him, and I know that everybody likes him. I don't like him as Batman. That's just my opinion. I don't think he's a good Batman. Ben Affleck is a great actor, and I like the work that he does. I actually think he's a better director than an actor. Argo was a fantastic film, but I just don't see him as Batman.
Right.
With her, I haven't seen the movie yet, so I can't judge the movie.
Well, that's what changed my opinion. That changed my opinion because I was with you with that until I saw the movie.
But I got to tell you,
and I saw shades of Linda Carter in her, and I'm like, wow.
But from what I have seen, though, I don't see her as Wonder Woman, and I think that's where he's coming from, where he's like, you know, she doesn't seem like the character that she should be. That she's this version of this character that's not necessarily what he was looking for. What I disagree with him on is what you've already said, is that you know, strong female characters have to be one specific way. That's where I disagree with him, and I agree with you. But this is my thing, though. I don't consider Ripley the character that he was describing. I don't.
Hamilton.
Who?
Sarah Connor.
No, I'm talking about Ripley.
Oh, okay.
Because, you know, I don't see her as a character like that. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, there's you know, there's one character that Ripley to me is just someone who's trying to survive, and
Right.
you know, I don't necessarily see her as, you know, her and Sarah Connor are similar, but there are differences in their characters. So, you know, I think that this whole thing is going to get blown out of proportion, and again, I think that it's really unfortunate that in the end, I think they're really going to paint James Cameron out to be this villain. That it's unfortunate that the man can't express his opinion without, you know, the narrative becoming, oh, that sexist, misogynist jerk, which is really unfortunate in my opinion, because
Yeah.
the guy doesn't have to like the movie.
He
You
did
know?
like it though.
I know, but even if he didn't, he doesn't have to like it. If he didn't like it, he should be able to say, I didn't like this movie. I didn't like the way she was portrayed.
And she
You
gave
know?
him praise for saying that, and like in her other movie, Monster or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so. But then, you know, now it's erupted beyond that, unfortunately. Time will tell, I guess. What's up, Scott?
Hi, Scott.
Hello.
Time will tell.
Well, I had some views on that as well. When
Yeah.
I first, when they first showed the artist drawings of the new costume, I was not happy. Especially the cat suit that I saw, which I didn't like. I didn't like the crown. I'm sorry, I'm a Linda Carter fan myself.
Right.
And she, first and foremost with her and that character, she had said she always wanted her character to have integrity. So she had fought with the costume department so that her costume wouldn't be skimpy. She said, I want everybody to identify with this character, not just men.
Right.
So that, and I was hoping that before the movie came out, that they were going to cast her as the mom. I was waiting for that. So I was very disappointed to find out they didn't cast her.
Right. I just didn't like they put hair to her armpits. Like she had a clean shaven thing, and the movie company buckled, and they added computer-generated imprints of hair.
Okay, I haven't seen the movie yet.
All right.
That doesn't mean I won't see it, because I have a lot of, it was kind of iffy for me.
Right.
I was like, I don't know if they're going to make, she's going to be the kind of character I want to see on screen portraying Wonder Woman. So I have a lot of reservations for that. But after I had seen a few interviews and some stuff with her and Linda Carter together, her giving her blessing and her stamp of approval, then I said, okay, well, I'll check this out.
Right.
But I can't say that for everything. I still only like Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man. So there.
Wow, you don't like him?
I like Tobey Maguire. I have not seen any of the other movies. They really have intrigued me.
So you don't like him as Spider-Man, or you do?
I do like Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man. I just
do?
don't like anyone else as Spider-Man.
Oh, okay. So you don't like Andrew Garfield, you don't think? Or
No. It's kind of like how I feel about Christopher Reeve being Superman.
Yes.
You know, that's my Superman.
Right.
So,
Okay.
you know, and like you said, Michael Keaton, that's my Batman.
Right. What's up, Ben? What's up, Scott?
Hey, Ben.
Nope.
What's up, Scott? How you doing, bro? All right, what do we have, Chris, today? Anything going on different or not?
Yeah, you know, there was something pretty interesting, and it's actually pretty good news, I think. Adam Wingard's version of Death Note came out on Netflix, and from what I've seen, it's getting some pretty decent reviews.
Oh.
So that gives me more hope for Godzilla vs. Kong, because you know Adam Wingard, he did the new Blair Witch, and that was not good.
Oh, God.
But I gotta say, apparently this movie is is doing pretty decently. It's getting a pretty decent reaction. So
I have a question for you about Matt Reeves.
yeah,
He did War of the Planet of the Apes, right?
he did one of them, I think. I'm not entirely
Did
sure.
he do the new one? We
I
know,
don't
right?
think he did. I'm not entirely sure, but I
Or
know
maybe
he
it was
did.
a
I'm
different
pretty sure he
Matthews,
did.
so.
I think he did Dawn of the Planet.
Ben, do you know who did War?
I know he did one of. Let's see.
Let me see. Okay.
He did War. This is War and Dawn.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and then he wrote it and directed it.
So let me check.
Did he? Did he?
He co-wrote War.
I hated it. What else did he do?
He did
He
Cloverfield.
did Cloverfield. He did 10 Cloverfield Lane. He was the executive producer.
So I like it both. Okay. What else? Anything else?
Under Siege 2 with Steven Seagal.
I like that.
Yeah.
Really? He did that?
Listed
How
in
old
his
is he?
filmography.
Really? Was he young when he did that? How old is
Matt
he?
Reeves is 51 years old. I mean,
All right.
yeah.
All right. Well, the one thing I didn't like was the war, but okay. That's my question. That's it. I saw the Thor Ragnarok Funko things today.
Mhm.
And I'm like, oh, I can't buy it. Damn it. And I'm like, I need to sell some books or something. I was like, I wanted those. I wanted the Star Wars. I was like, damn it.
Next Friday is Force Friday.
Yeah. Wait, what's the date?
September 1st is in Force Friday.
Oh, crap. Next week?
Mhm.
It's September 1st already?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, it's payday! Great! Happy about it! Nice! Finally! Okay. Good news.
Oh, I showed this to Joe earlier today on Facebook, but Arthur Darvill posted this funny picture from the set of Legends of Tomorrow, and he says, "You've got to be kidding me." Look at
Oh,
me standing
God.
next to it.
I gotta tell you, I started sharing that. People are like, "Oh, let me screen share this." You don't know what it is, Chris, right?
No.
All right. This was
It's hilarious. Look,
yeah. He's like, a weeping angel followed me unto Legends of Tomorrow. Oh man. Now what is that? Just a coincidence? A broken statue of an angel or something? Or
Yeah, it probably is just
that was hysterical. I was like, what do they follow me for? Yeah, that's great. I love that. I really do. That's awesome. Pretty funny. What else? I saw Peter Capaldi with a beard today.
Ooh.
He has some. They said this is what the doctor looks like when he retires. I was like, oh man, that's interesting. And Dan Slott is in the UK with them for their comic convention, I guess. I'm sure he'll be taking a trip in the TARDIS again and taking a picture with everybody again. He's been in the TARDIS I don't know how many times, and he has a lot of pictures with the Doctor Who people doing the Spider-Man thing. So I did tweet him that J. Jonah Jameson, like Peter Capaldi, should be J. Jonah Jameson. Maybe that will catch on. I hope. That would be fantastic. Yes.
Well, we'll just keep putting it out there.
Yeah, man.
The only way it's going to happen.
Same thing, like, how great would it be, right, if he is J. Jonah Jameson and Matt Smith is Carnage, and somehow, like, Carnage was part of that, like, where, that would be freaking cool. But, of course, we're never going to have that. Of course, we're never going to have that. See, if I was doing a Marvel movie, I would just have all the doctors in there as cameos in the Marvel universe, like everybody. You know, like Peter Davison. You know, Sylvester McCoy. There'd be different things, funny roles. Colin Big. Everybody would be in there. Everybody. Companions, everything. There's cameos everywhere.
I
Sort of like, yeah.
Do they still make the Doctor Who comic books?
Yes.
Okay. I haven't seen one in a long time.
There are many different ones.
There was one where the Doctor and Thor came across each other.
Well, usually he was in the Marvel Universe, and he hangs out with the Fantastic Four. And Doctor Doom's time machine is taken from Gallifreyan. They still have it in the Marvel Universe that the X-Men use. It's the Time Lord's technology, but not a TARDIS. So that's the amazing thing about it. It's Time Lord technology in the Marvel Universe. The Gallifrey's, yeah, they never changed it. It's the same, and then they'll probably be like, oh, you know, but it is. It's the Doctor's, you know, people's technology that they're using, that they used to get Jean Grey and Cyclops and Beast and Angel and, you know, Iceman at a time. Yeah.
Maybe they could use it to go back in time and stop the Doctor from regenerating into a woman.
Oh.
Thank you. Woohoo!
Whoa. Yeah.
Oh. For anyone that has Amazon Prime, The Tick's out for streaming.
How is that? Did anybody get to see it yet or no?
I'm watching the two. I saw the first two on another sites. It's pretty good. The Tick's hilarious.
Yeah.
He's basically Adam West's Batman, but really stupid.
Oh, okay.
He has a lot of corny one-liners.
That's great.
He's like he's talking to Arthur at one point, and he goes, "Destiny's calling. Collect Arthur. Answer the charges."
That's funny. All right. What do we got this weekend, Chris? Anything going on? Is there any trailers coming out, or is there any
I
movies coming out?
don't think so. The only other news that I have is that they're filming the Bumblebee movie now, and his alt mode has been revealed. I guess it was on set. It's actually his G1 alt mode. It's a yellow punch buggy, and it looks pretty cool.
That is quite interesting.
Maybe this won't suck after all.
Yeah. And movie-wise, there's nothing this week, right? No.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything for a while, to be honest with you.
No.
Yeah.
Not till the September 8th, which is it. All right.
The only thing I've read is that there's reportedly the writer from Doctor Strange is going to be working on Justice League Dark.
Oh, that's interesting. We'll probably, I don't know what the podcast situation is for the weekend, guys, but we'll probably definitely be here Sunday night. Hopefully we can get something tomorrow, but we may have to go out tomorrow here, so we'll find out. But anyway, that's it, guys. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Ben.
Thank you.
Thank you, Susan. Take care. Bye for now.